Hi, so I'm Heidi. I'm an architect, so everything that I'm going to talk about is going to be from the lens of an architect a little bit. But actually, what I want to talk about is time, something that's quite abstract, it's quite elusive, but also something that we can all relate to, regardless of our backgrounds in architecture, contractors and developers, and something that shapes the way that we work, but also the way that we relate to each other. Um, First, I want to take us back in time, back to 2007. That's when Al Gore told us all about global warming. That's when An Inconvenient Truth came out. That's when I became aware of the climate crisis that we're in. And when I discovered maybe architecture is the way that we can find a solution together. But what I found out 18 years later, last year was the hottest year that was ever on record, and we are told that we're running out of time. 18 years is how long it takes from a baby to become an adult. And despite all that time, we still haven't found a solution yet. And having joined the industry, I realized that politics takes too much time. Policies that are needing to be implemented, such as Part Z, are not being implemented even after 3 years. So we're not seeing the change that we need in the industry from a governmental level. And consequently, as a construction industry, we're not keeping up. This was a project I was involved in. We proposed timber construction. Biodiversity net gain ambitions were high, but different reasons, COVID, but also a lack of trust from insurance, liability issues, it turned from timber into steel. What I realized is project takes time. We've all seen schedules from concept to delivery. And if we really need to see the change that we want to have, we need to implement it in the projects that we're involved in now. 15 seconds. And I want to propose that the issue that we have is that we spend too many hours behind a screen. I think as young professionals, a lot of us find ourselves not equipped to make the change that we want to see because we're trying to meet the project deadlines that we have imminently and not having the scope to explore to meet the deadlines that we have globally. And as architects, we spend way too much time in education. It's 5 years minimum. It took me 10 years from beginning architecture school to become an architect. And that's too much time if we actually want to see change now. And when I began architecture school, I bought this book called 101 Lessons That You Learn in Architecture School. And I didn't realize the last lesson was architects are late bloomers. But my question is, why do architects have to be late bloomers? And I'd like to propose 3 things for this to change. Firstly, education needs to be shortened. We spend too much time in education in theory. And once we're in the profession, we don't actually have enough time to do research to practically implement change. And finally, we need your time as experienced professionals to mentor us and make these changes with us. Thank you.